Now, to be clear, Dr. King, Brother Martin, these are two heroes of mine. So is William Cooper and Brother Steve Coakley. You see, we're all engaging in an activity that, if one does it exceptionally well, the reward can be assassination. There's many forms of assassination. Character assassination is but one. And a lot of characters are being assassinated, characters that play in the theater of war that is orchestrated by the mind control programs that really run teams. So we see something dubious with Nelson Mandela, who, if he was still an enemy to the state, still an enemy to the unfair and unjust system of apartheid, perhaps on the day of his release, which was supposed to be a surprise to him, he would not have sat and had whiskey with the clerk. Perhaps they would not have had a secret meeting. Perhaps there may have been a more transparent way for them to get together in fellowship, something that we could trust. But when you meet behind closed doors with the enemy, certain assumptions have to be made, and especially when you come out and change your tune in the manner that you did. And so, again, we're not here to condemn Nelson Mandela. That would not get us anywhere. But we are trying to look at a larger dynamic so that we can begin to apply this in the world around us, and don't be so surprised and shocked and emotionally controlled when these leaders pass, or when we're given the idea that they passed. Because again, he passed back in, well, he ceased living back in June 26th. They announced his death December 5th, 2013. Now, oddly enough, uh, this was a similar thing that I saw going on with the Johnny Cash movie and his death, the Ray Charles movie and the movie Ray, with The Dark Knight and the death of Heath Ledger, and of course with Paul Walker uh, dying in a car crash uh, in a time suspiciously connected to the release of his next and last Fast and Furious performance. So we're seeing all sorts of manipulation going on by the mind control programmers, but Hollywood and the music business are kind of hot. Everybody's kind of hip to that. We have to also apply it to politics. The political figures put in front of us, and I mean everyone from Marcus Garvey to Tupac, they become compromised when they begin to do business with the higher ups, oftentimes with the total good intention of getting in where they fit in so they can help us from the inside. Now, back in Dr. King's days, Brother Malcolm's days, this is how it had to be done. You could not make certain changes and affect change for your community without getting in the game. You know, you couldn't win unless you played, type of deal. Well, these are new times. Times are changing, and I'm thankful for a forum like this, where, you know, although you may have nothing else to give, you can share and pass on your information. Uh, Matthew 20 and 16 is also what this is about. We'll talk more about that next. Shalom.